are the people supporting Ibrahim Traore. Watch, they will come back.
I want to talk to you about this thing that is happening in this country, and I want you to pay attention to it. Don't miss this. They are removing our books from libraries. They are removing our stories and our history. They are removing our names from government buildings. It's as if someone wants to erase our footprints. Because what we need to understand is that if our children don't know our history, they won't know our power. But the truth of the matter, it's impossible to erase our footprints because we left them on water. What I mean by that is, we were snatched from our homeland, brought across the ocean, and left footprints all the way to America. When they tried to silence a king named King to keep his voice down, it still echoes through generations to generations to generations because you cannot erase our footprints. They literally took the jewels out of the crowns in our crowns in Africa, put them in their own crowns and in their museums, trying to erase our history, but yet and still, we still rise as kings and queens. They went into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and tried to burn down Black Wall Street, but yes, we are still building businesses, making our way, building companies, becoming CEOs, because we are still building, still leaving footprints. So this is not the time to be silent. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to dig in and keep leaving footprints everywhere you go. I can tell you this. I have made more black millionaires, hear me when I say this, than any studio in this city combined because I'm making footprints. So I don't care if you're struggling, if you're trying to make it, you're trying to build a business. If you have a dream, keep making footprints. Don't let anybody stop you. You can do it. And the last thing I'll say to you is this. Hear me when I say this. Don't let your worry be greater than your faith.
That's just it. Do not let your worry be greater than your faith. Have that faith in you, bro. You see what they are doing? They are cleaning everything. They know that we blacks, we are stronger than them. We are intelligent than them. You see, we are potential than them. So that is why they are trying to erase all these things. And when they erase it, there is no history. We cannot tell, or our children cannot see what we did. That's what they are trying to do. But we will let them know we are Africans. We are Africans. We are the grace. We are the grace. They are tapping from it. We own it. Bro, you see what is going on now? That's to tell you. These guys, they have nothing. They are jealous of Africans. They just want to see Africa go there. They want to take what does not belong to them. That's just it. What does not belong to them, they want it to themselves. And tell me, how is it possible? It's not. It is not possible. So, we all sitting here today, watching me now, we all need to put our hands together and stand and say one thing. What is that thing? We need to stand and support Ibrahim Traore. Yeah, because they don't like when these popular people, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Ludacris, men just like Tina Perry, you see all this bro, they keep supporting Ibrahim Traore because they know that he's a revolutionary leader who wants the betterment of Africa continent. So when they see all these things, they will be pissed. So they will want to do everything possible to wipe Africans out. That's what they're trying to do. But we ain't gonna give them that chance to do it. Yeah, we're not gonna give them that chance to do it. We're gonna put our footprints everywhere. We're gonna build empires they can't destroy. They can't destroy. They're only jealous.
Welcome back to AfriFreedom Channel, your home for bold, honest, and thought-provoking analysis on African politics, society, and justice. If you're new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any critical updates. Disclaimer. The views expressed in this video are for educational and informational purposes only. They do not promote harm, misinformation, or hate of any kind. Recently, Kabir Ibrahim, president of the Nigerian Agribusiness Group and the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, made a chilling statement. If you eat GMO and die, it is better than not to eat and die. If
you eat and die, it's better than not to eat and die.
Who said GMOs are safe? When the active gene in DT modification, cry protein 1B, are not being recovered from fetal and maternal blood, who said it's safe?
What they have and what the world has presented to us as genetically modified food is cooked bomb that will blow when you take it.
Food can be a weapon, and is a weapon. He who controls your food can control your society. He who controls your seed can control the life and will control the earth.
Genetically modified organisms that we are referring to here in Nigeria are transgenic. That means genes are exported from other organisms across species barriers into organisms that they were not supposed to be there.
There is a republished research by Professor Sarah Lilly that proves that GMOs cause tumors.
Remark made by a man with deep ties to agricultural policy making and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has sparked serious questions about where Nigeria is heading in terms of food security and sovereignty. But let's pause and reflect. How did we get to a point where the leadership of a nation's food sector views genetically modified organisms as the only solution to hunger, even if that solution leads to death? What does it say about our priorities when death by consumption is considered preferable to death by starvation? Should hunger be weaponized to push potentially dangerous agricultural models onto an already vulnerable population? Now contrast that with growing voices on the other side, like the one calling for decolonizing the foods we've been eating. The statement from @Jo__Basi boldly reminds us that the real fight isn't just about what we eat, it's about reclaiming how we eat. For decades, African agriculture has been shaped by Western intervention, from the seeds we plant to the fertilizers we use and now, to the very DNA of the food we consume. Isn't it time we asked ourselves, what exactly have we lost in abandoning our indigenous food systems? When we replace our native grains, vegetables, and seeds with foreign patented GMOs, who really benefits? And who loses the most?
Even our sports and entertainment has been colonized. It also must be decolonized. So we decolonize governance, we decolonize agriculture, we decolonize our own diet. When you're looking at a plate of food, you must look at colonialism. When you look into your cosmetic section, you must see colonialism. When you look at your medicines, you must see colonialism. We decolonize agriculture, decolonize our education. Stop telling us about William Shakespeare and telling us about Charles Dickens. Stop telling us about Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Tell us about the Mau Mau. Tell us about the Maasai. Tell us about the Runzuri Mountains and Sese Islands in Jinja, where the humanity started and etc. Create our own narratives. Hey, you are created like this, like this. No, but what are we saying as Africans? We come from the waters. We come from this and this. And these are the kind of myth stories we need to put into our entertainment, into our films, so that we begin to sing our own narrative and change our own trajectory.
Ask yourself, why is Africa, a continent so rich in natural agricultural diversity, being pressured into dependency on imported biotech seeds, often protected by patents and tied to foreign aid? Why is there so little investment in restoring traditional farming techniques, local seed banks, and food processing methods that have nourished our ancestors for generations? It's also worth asking, do we even have a proper monitoring and regulatory framework for the long-term effects of GMO consumption in Nigeria? If not, why are leaders so confident in pushing these foods onto our tables? And let's not forget the geopolitics. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, frequently linked to agricultural biotech lobbying across Africa, continues to fund institutions and leaders promoting GMO policies. Is this genuine philanthropy or strategic positioning in Africa's food chain? Why is the voice of the African smallholder farmer, the rural woman, the subsistence farmer, the local seed custodian, so often drowned out in these high-level discussions? Who speaks for them when global biotech giants sit at the table with our policymakers? By advocating for food sovereignty, we are not just rejecting GMOs. We are demanding respect for our soil, our seeds, and our stories. The real revolution is not just in resisting foreign interventions, it's in remembering who we are and what we have always had. This conversation is bigger than food, it is about freedom, survival, and dignity. In the face of hunger, we are told to accept whatever is offered, no matter the risk. But should Africans always be forced to choose between bad and worse? Let's talk in the comments. Do you think GMOs are a solution or another trap? And more importantly, do you believe our leaders are truly protecting our future, or simply selling it off piece by piece? Stay with AfriFreedom Channel as we continue to question, expose, and challenge. Never stop believing in the power of a conscious Africa.